Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Usman bin Jamal and metric number CN200135. Today I'm going to present for our course Creativity and Innovation about discussion about all subtopic that we have learned from my friend. We will discuss about creativity and intelligence, creativity, test models, taxonomy of creative design, and component of creativity.
Hi, a very good day to everyone. My name is Sivanandan Unlucky Subramaniam and my matrix number is CN2048. So, today the topic which I'm going to present is about creativity assessment and terminologies. First of all, what is creativity? Creativity is the act of turning new imaginative ideas into reality. Creativity is characterized by the ability to perceive the world in new ways, to find hidden patterns, to make connections between seemingly unrelated phenomena, and also to generate solutions. So, friends, on a daily basis, we will be asking, what is the question that all of us ask ourselves at least once a day while doing our routine works or while attempting a new work? The question is, how creative are you? I will ask myself every day. Hey Siva, are you creative to do every task, assessment, and projects given by the lecturers or others? Creativity can be measured by creative assessments. Creative assessments means attempts to measure an individual's potential for creativity, which is defined as one's ability to generate novel and useful ideas. That's all for the introduction on creativity, assessment, and terminologies. I hope you guys enjoy this video and the presentation. Goodbye.
For creativity and intelligence, it is about the initial subtopic. The initial subtopic is about definition in providing information to help clarify the nature and meaning of creativity and creative thinking, and to consider the implication of those definitions for assessment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Rafi bin Bahrain and my metric number is CN200130. Today, I'm going to present about the first subtopic in chapter 2, which is creativity and intelligence. Intelligence is a complex characteristic of cognition. Many theories have been developed to explain what intelligence is and how it works, and what is the relationship between creativity and intelligence. Creativity intelligence is marked by inventing or imagining a solution to a problem or situation. Creativity in this realm can include finding a novel solution to an unexpected problem, or produce a beautiful artwork, or develop a well-shot story. Creative people have a high level of IQ, which may lead them to think out of the box. So the basic idea of the hypothesis is high creativity require high intelligence. So when can we apply intelligence and creativity together? Okay, imagine for a moment that you are camping with some friend and you realize that you have forgotten your camp coffee pot. The person in your group who figure out a way to successfully brew coffee for everyone would be credited as having higher creativity intelligence. Next, what is the main difference between creativity and intelligence? Creativity is ability to generate, create, or discover new idea, solution, or possibility. Meanwhile, intelligence is characterized by acquired knowledge and ability to retrieve it. What is the importance of creativity and intelligence? Okay, first, it allows us to see new possibility. Next, it can reduce stress and anxiety. 3. It can allow us to express ourselves. And lastly, it can promote solution for a problem. So that's all from me for first subtopic. Thank you.
For creativity test models, it is designed to measure specific divergently making association, constructing and combining broad categories, or working on many ideas simultaneously.
Greeting and salutation everyone. Today I would like to discuss about creativity test model subtopic 2.2 from chapter creativity assessment and terminologies. Hello everyone, my name is Terminologies. I am from BNL FTK faculty and my metric number is AN200188 from UTHM. First and foremost, I would like to discuss about the definition of creativity test models. Creativity test. What is meant by creativity test? Creativity test is the measure specific cognitive process, thinking divergently, making association, constructing and combining broadcast category, and working on many ideas simultaneously, which is it depends on our creativity. We test ourselves to find it out or figure it out. While creativity test models, medium of for creativity assessment attempts to measure an individual potential for creativity. Like during our school time, we will do drawing, right? That is one of the creativity tests, which defined as one of the ability to generate novel and useful ideas. There's no single defining test used to measure creativity. It's just a medium. It's not the test define your creativity. It's a medium to uh, identify your potential of the creativity. Okay, we are going to talk about the example of the creativity test models. Mode 2 they will call as measures. First measure is all about cognitive process. What is meant by cognitive process? Cognitive process will give problem solving, divergent thinking, restructuring information, low causal arousal, and making association. There are 5 examples of cognitive process tests. First one is CAP, Creativity Assessment Packet. Second one is Remote Association Test, RAT. Third one, Structure of Intellect, SOI. Fourth one, Torrent Test Creativity Thinking, TTCT. And fifth one is Wallach-Kogan Creativity Test. First one is assessment test as given below. These are the few examples of assessment they give in CAP. The second one is RAT test. RAT test is probably about combining 3 letters with the fourth letter, which make the 3 letter combine together or give a same meaning. Okay, there's an example. Okay, the third one is SOS, Structure of Intellect, which is study about our visual, auditory, and symbolic. For an example, they give the circle. There are few more example like a simple face to the unique face. So the creativity is measured from simple to unique, common to unique. That is for SOI. And the cube also commenting that, referring to the SOI, Structure of Intellect. Okay, the fourth one is torrent test. Torrent test is our ability to use symbols, combine them, and make a creativity diagram. For an example, if you create more creative, your creativity level is higher. If you create a less creative diagram, the creativity level is lower. Next is WKTC, the ability to identify an object using a unique thinking or common thinking. That's all for the measure of cognitive process. Next one is second measure, which called as personality. Okay, when we tell about the person personality, it's a test to test the personality of the person based on the creativity. Okay, so when we look at the explanation, confident, curious, resourceful, risk taker, expressive, tolerant for ambiguity, less in the self-accepting, self-aware, unconstrained by stereotype, open to subconscious experience. So these are the ability or personality a creativity thinker should gain. Okay, in this measure also we have 5 assessment, which is the CAP, or we already discussed in first measure, the creativity checklist CCH, Catena Torrance creativity perception inventory of intellect KTCPI, skills for rating the behavioral characteristic of superior student SRBC, SS, Torrance Checklist of Creativity Positive TCCP. Okay, the first and the fifth one we already discussed in the first measure, so we look at the second, third, fourth. Okay, the CCH checklist. When you look at this diagram, it's about they cancel out creativity and teapot, because before we create a creativity ideas, we need to have a checklist or to-do list. We cannot straight away think creative, so that is meant by CCH. So this test all about how we thinking before we create a creativity idea. Okay, the third one is Catena Torrance Creativity Perception Inventory. The purpose already mentioned in the diagram. So this test which have rule, we need to self-report between 20 to 40 minutes, and the age range is 12 and above. So it's more about to experiment about our ability, the intelligence of the personality. Okay, the fourth one is almost same about like our school report, end of the school report. So this SRBCSS, it's about the report about the student characteristic from the school. So this is the example of the letter or scales they use in the schools. Okay, that's for the measure of personality. Okay, we have the third measure. It's about the product artifact. Okay, when we talk about the product, it's all about our creativity, innovation, or creation. Novel, original, social, useful, well crafted, sensitive to the gap in the knowledge. So we have two tests in this product artifact. First one is creative product analysis metric, and second one is student product assessment form. Okay, when we look at the first one, it gives a scale of creativity test. So these are the scales. We have effectiveness and the functional creativity, from effectiveness, novelty, elegance, and genesis. So they will choose the creativity level of a product from the scale. The second one is student product assessment form summary sheet. This form is used by the school to examine a product or creation from a student and give the creativity rating from this form. Next, we have the fourth measure and fifth measure, which means the two last measures: patient motivation and press environment. Okay, under the patient motivation, we have three tests: KTCPI, self-rating scale and autobiographical, and TCCP, objective checklist, and SRBCSS, objective checklist. Three of these already we mentioned in the measure 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the fifth one measure is called as press environment, supportive community, available resource, function of time, place, and culture. On this scale, we don't have any test because it's the experience we gain from the environment. So that is for all of from me under the creativity test model. Thank you.
For taxonomy of creative design, the taxonomy of creative design offers a progression from imitation, variation, combination, transformation to original creation measured in terms of form and content.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amir Ismail. Today I will explain about Chapter 2, Subtopic 2.3, the Taxonomy of Creative Design. For the introduction, the definition of taxonomy is the branch of science concerned with classification, especially of organisms, which can be systematic. Since creative work can be measured along spectrums of both form and content, the taxonomy of creative design offers a progression from imitation to original creation, measured in terms of form and content. In doing so, it organizes creative works into an inclusive, unifying landscape that serves not only as an analytical lens through which one might evaluate creative work, but also as a methodical approach to developing creative skills. Next, taxonomy of creative design were divided into 5 parts, which is imitation, variation, combination, transformation, and lastly, original creation. Meaning of the taxonomy of creative design. First, imitation. Imitation means you keep repeating your same works without changes in content or form. Next, variation. Variation is when someone made the modification to their previous work, which means already take them away from imitation. It doesn't change the identity of creativity, but offers up change in content or form. Number 3, combination. Combination is the mixture of two or more works that change their content and form. For an example, nowadays, smartphone has play role as a phone, camera, and computer in one device. Transformation, however, translate a work from one medium or mode into another. It is the creation of a new work in form and or content that retains the core essence of the original work. Lastly, original creation. Original creation is the creation of something previously unrecognizable. The usage of taxonomy of creative design is there are many theories on how creativity works and how to examine the products of creativity. It can be a tool for educators, one that distills a vast range of ideas about creative work to the core elements. In the education space, this offers a framework for creativity, a reference, and not necessarily an instruction book. Outside of education, the taxonomy offers a tool for promoting creativity in any field. Thank you.
Component of creativity. It has 3 components of creativity. In this subtopic, it will discuss about 3 components of activity. It is expertise, motivation, creative thinking skills. This component of creativity needs to be pulled off within ourselves by achieving 6 criteria needed: challenge, freedom, resources, design, supervisory encouragement, organizational support.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hairi bin Rohali. My matrix number CN200011. Today I'm going to present my subtopic 2.4, components of creativity. Component of creativity divided by 3, which is expertise, motivation, and creative thinking skill. Number 1 is expertise. It encompasses everything known to a person, irrespective of where it was gained, such as formal education, practical experience, or interaction. Number 2, motivation, driven by deep interest and involvement in the work, curiosity, enjoyment, or a personal sense of college. Motivation is in 2 parts, which is intrinsic and extrinsic. Number 3, creative thinking skill, the ability to think flexibly and imaginatively people to approach problems. To achieve this, there are 6 levels to pull. The amount of challenge given to employees. Example, matching the employees to the right assessment so that they are stretched but not overwhelmed. The degree of freedom granted regarding to the process but not necessarily the end, the goals. Provision of adequate resources such as time, money, and physical space. The design of work group. Example, must create mutually supportive with a diversity of perspectives and backgrounds. The level of supervisory encouragement. Example, sustain intrinsic motivation. Supervisors have to actively encourage the creative environment and have open minds. The nature of organizational support. Example, organization, especially the senior management, must ensure that people are assigned correctly, that the appropriate system or procedures are in place. That's all for me. Thank you.
And conclusion about all of what we have learned. The field of creativity is a broad one, with definition varying in between countries and no consensus on how best to test for creativity and measure development. However, creativity is complex, and the investment theory that suggests a combination of factors that contribute to creativity is intellectual abilities, knowledge, style of thinking, personalities, motivation, and environment. That's all for me. Thank you.